Welcome, everybody. This is the Wisdom Matrix, and this is a meditation to help you observe the I thought, or the fundamental thought that you believe that you are. First, start by getting comfortable. Whatever favorite position you like to sit in. I'd recommend that you don't lay down for this practice because you're going to need to concentrate a little bit. You're going to need to observe your I thought, your basic fundamental thought. So sit somewhere comfortable. Just imagine your I thought. That is, think to yourself, I, and what is the most fundamental thought that comes up? Sorry, hold on a sec. Let me get control. Okay, here we go. So what's the most fundamental thing that comes up? It could be anything. It could be a thought. It could be a feeling, a thought essence. And if nothing comes up, that's fine. Just keep saying I to yourself. Think of what you believe you are, your most fundamental self. Just try and focus on that. What is your most fundamental idea of what you are? Just focus on that. Or just focus on, keep saying I. What does I feel like inside of your skull? Does it feel warm and loving, or does it feel at all? What is this fundamental thought? Remember, there are no wrong answers. There are no wrong answers here. There are just answers that may get you closer and closer to the truth. So just keep observing that thought. Keep saying I in your mind. I. What comes up for you? Your most basic, fundamental thought or feeling of you. And it's not something that I've said here, although it can be, the thought essences. It could be anything, even if it's something, like I wear nice clothes or something like that. Just keep focusing on whatever that is. Just keep observing it. Try not to think about it. Just try to observe this thought. Try not to judge it. Try not to, get attached to it. Just observe it. What does this thought feel like? What is its quality? Like I've said, if you can't think of anything, just observe what your mind is doing. Observe your mind. Observe you thinking the thought I. I. What is the I that you're thinking of right now? What is its quality? Are you loving? Are you selfish? What do you think you are? Whatever it is, just keep observing what you believe that you are. Observe that. That's what I mean by observe the most basic, fundamental thing that you are. And the way to do that is to observe what you believe that you are. But even beyond that, there is a thought essence that comes up that, makes up the structure, the foundational structure of this, all these other thoughts that you believe that you are. Try and find that if you can. If not, just keep, finding and observing more of the thoughts that you believe that you are. Even doing this will detach you from these thoughts. These thoughts are not you, but you believe that you are these thoughts. So you become attached to them, and those thoughts become you, in a sense. So just keep observing whatever comes up with that basic, most fundamental thought. If you do this long enough, you may start to notice that you and the thoughts will separate, and you'll become the observer of the thoughts completely. And just keep observing the thoughts from that point. Just keep observing it. Just keep observing it. Or alternatively, you can, observe your awareness. What is awareness? What is aware of these thoughts? These thoughts are observing these thoughts of observing this fundamental thought or thought essence throughout your day will start to detach you from your ego. It'll start to make you wake up. Your awareness will get stronger. No matter what's happening inside of your mind, whether you're feeling negative or positive, become aware of that. Become aware of the thought essence behind it, the fundamental structure. And a way to center yourself into that, or to observe that, is to think the thought, I. What am I? What am I really? Am I the body? If I believe that I'm the body, observe that thought. Observe it until it detaches from you. Am I the mind? Do I believe that I'm the mind? Observe that thought until it detaches from you. from the real you. Do I believe that I'm, some kind of personality or some kind of idea that I hold about myself? I believe this is what most people believe that they are, is that they believe that they are these things, these characteristics, introverted or extroverted, warm or distant, or crazy or calm, or happy, sad, excitable, stuff like that. Observe those thoughts. Observe into them to find the thought essences, to find the mega concept behind all of this, if you can. If you can. If not, just keep observing these thoughts. Just keep observing them. Try not to become attached to these thoughts or react to them. Just observe them. Observing these thoughts, no matter how negative they may seem, brings acceptance. Because acceptance is observance, complete and full observance of what is happening, without you judging it or reacting to it. Or, as I've said before, you can observe your awareness. What is awareness? Is awareness this thought that I have? This mega concept? Or is it something else? Or another question you could ask is awareness aware of the thought concept? Or is it, the concept itself? And if you believe that it is, keep observing that thought concept. Keep observing it until you feel yourself detaching it from you. You feel a lot more space between you and that thought. This is freedom. And I recommend that you practice this once you get a sense for this thought or thought concept or this thought essence or mega concept that I've been trying to explain here. I recommend that you observe it all day as much as you can, along with any thoughts or emotions that are happening, because they'll be happening within this concept, this mega concept that you believe that your ego believes that it is. Just keep observing it. Try not to become attached or react to these this thought, essence, or thought, or mega concept, or whatever you want to call it. Anything that you believe you are, just observe that thought. Am I the brain? Am I the mind? I'm the brain, I'm the mind. Observe that thought. Am I, loving, compassionate, selfish, sad, energetic, whatever it may be? Just observe those thoughts. Try not to react to them. Try not to become them. Just observe them. Just observe what is happening when you believe these thoughts, and then just observe these thoughts. This is freedom. Understanding that you don't have to be these thoughts is freedom. And when you observe these thoughts for long enough, you'll start to disidentify from these thoughts longer and longer. And you'll even be able to be aware when you're, when you are normally not aware. When you are angry or criticizing something, or whatever it may be. So just keep observing these thoughts. A lot of times when you're, perceiving something, you're overlaying this idea of yourself, or this feeling of yourself over perception itself, which creates the illusion that says that you are real, that the ego is real, that these concepts are based on reality. This creates the possibility of attachment to happen, and all the other negative things, that happen. And if you don't observe them, they will control your life. So your job, if you take it up, is to observe these thoughts. Just observe them. You can be doing anything when you're doing this. You can be annoyed and observe that thought, and and the foundational thought, or anything at all. Just keep observing it. Observe it for as long as you can, because it'll start to make it less powerful within your reality. This is how freedom is realized. The word nirvana, or whatever you want to call it, moksha. The world of that I am talking about, the idea of your fundamental reality that you believe that you are, this fundamental thing. This is the cause for all suffering and violence and crime in the world, because when the sense of self is threatened, which it will inevitably be, you will get angry, you will get sad or upset, or, enthusiastic or happy, or, loving or hating, because you identify yourself with the self, with this illusion of self. And this illusion of self is going to be threatened. This is not a maybe. This is not a possibly. This is definitely going to happen. It may take a day. It may take an hour. It may take a minute. It may even take a year. It may even take a decade, but it's going to happen. And the only way to avoid it is to observe it and detach yourself from it by observing it. Anyways, this is the Wisdom Matrix, and if you like this video, please like it, share it, and subscribe. This is the Wisdom Matrix, and I'll see you on the next video.